Um, Hello. Um, Today's topic will be about President Theodore Roosevelt's foreign policy aiming at promoting American power in the global affairs. Speaking about President Roosevelt's foreign policy, his policy was the big state policy, which was aiming at promoting American influence in the global affairs spectrum, and the factors of that, including cultural factors and mostly economic factors, because the US wanted to be exposed to new markets by having this idea of trade. It became a key economic interest. And to protect that economic interest, President Theodore Roosevelt um, favored through military actions to military actions in terms of having a stronger American Navy capabilities that enabled the American military to be a stronghold over the sea in the Caribbean islands and around the Pacific. And through military actions, the United States wanted to preserve their key economic interest around global markets to sell their products and have this idea of cultural superiority. Um, and that open state diplomacy also enabled the U.S. In terms of promoting its position in global affairs, to be strong and to help in terms of humanitarian aspect the friendly nations in the Caribbean island, in terms of enabling them to live in prosperity, security, and safety. And that humanitarian aspect was emphasized um, uh, specifically during the American-Spanish War, where the U.S. intervened to help Cuba for independence and against the Spanish. That war resulted in the American victory. Just showed how effective Roosevelt's policy was to integrate the U.S. into a powerful world power nation that uses its sea power capabilities for the sake of the friendly nation's security, prosperity, and stability, and at the same time promoting and securing the American economic interest and cultural interest through the humanitarian aspect of the American um, military actions that enabled the U.S. to expand in the global affairs spectrum, covering the Caribbean islands. And one of the goals of the openness to diplomacy was to also limit the European and Asian influence on the Caribbean South American region, um, due to the friendly nations in the Caribbean to preserve their independence